What's a good Brexit deal? Let's be clear, the EU want to continue trading with us. We make up 15% of their market. That's not nothing. And nobody wants to put in tariffs because that just results in a trade war, and nobody wants that. So even if this government completely screws up, we'll probably still get a free trade deal. But what else do we need? As a result of Brexit, we're going to be working to make trade deals with countries across the world, but that takes time. So in the meantime, we're going to want to minimize the disruption to our trade with EU countries, which currently makes up between 40 and 50% of our trade, depending on which politicians you listen to. Now, you've heard Remainers talk all about how Brexit brings up these barriers to trading with the EU, but there are ways to get around them. The single market is split into two systems. The first is harmonization, where basically the EU comes up with a law for this product or this product, and so we have to comply with them if we wanted to sell to them. But for now, we have that covered because we're copying EU law into UK law, which works for now, but with new technology comes new products. So with new products comes the need for new regulation. And if our laws do start to diverge, that would mean that export companies would have to make one version for the UK and one version for the EU, which makes things more expensive, but whatever. But we could always keep following EU law. Now, harmonization covers about 75% of the single market. The other 25% comes under the mutual recognition rule. That is where the EU hasn't made a rule for all EU countries, so countries have their own laws, but they accept products which meet the requirements of other EU countries. Which means that right now in those industries, if our products don't meet the requirements of, say, Portugal, but they do meet UK requirements, they're still legal in Portugal. So if you follow the logic, that means that after Brexit, if you want to sell to 27 different countries, that means adapting our products in 27 different ways. That's expensive. And we'll be competing against EU companies that have that advantage. But we can get around it if during these negotiations we can secure a comprehensive set of mutual recognition agreements. But so far the EU only has mutual recognition agreements with 7 countries, and those agreements cover about an average 7 sectors, and Switzerland has the most, but they're in Schengen, which means that you don't even need a passport to get into there, which means that technically their free movement of persons is more intense than ours. They're the definition of open borders. But like I said, if we keep passing all the laws that the EU passes and we get a comprehensive set of mutual recognition agreements, we should be fine. And then there's the fact that if we put passport checks on the Irish border restricting free movement, that would violate the Good Friday Agreement, and if we don't, that would mean that there's free movement between the EU and the UK. But I'm sure we'll find a way to stick that square peg right up Juncker's round hole. But of course it won't be Juncker because, like every commissioner, his 5-year term ends in 2019, the year we leave. But there you go. Project Hope.